right? Soldiers are coming back from Vietnam, and they're telling people what they experienced. Okay, so you have a group of people who had served who are saying, look, this war is not going well. You're not being told the truth by the government about what's happening. Okay, any questions on that? Okay, so this ends up leading to the U.S. Kind of wrapping up the war because it did cost the presidency of two presidents. Okay, because of the anti-war movement and because the strategy wasn't going well, Johnson decides not to run for re-election in 1968. He doesn't resign in the sense where like he gives up the presidency, but because the war isn't going well, his popularity rates were so low, and he was being pressured so much that he doesn't run. Okay, so he gives this national speech at the beginning of 1968. He says, I'm not going to run again, right? And that's huge, right? And when we look back on that, we could easily say, like, so what? What's the big deal, right? But that's a huge thing to basically, because of the pressure by civilians, to cause a president to not seek re-election. Okay, so it costs him the presidency. Okay, and then the person who follows him, Nixon, Nixon does escalate the war, but Nixon is also really concerned with the anti-war movement. Okay, so Nixon is talking about people who are anti-war as being traitors. Okay, and he really ratchets this up. Okay, so people like Martin Luther King, right, who comes out against the war, right? We have to take that within consideration that, he was looked at the time as being somebody who was a traitor by certain groups, okay? And so what Nixon, kind of does is he creates this conflict that, this idea that it's very aggressive, for people to oppose the war, and they should be met with force, okay? So there's going to be an event that takes place on a campus called Kent State, where National Guard members open fire on peaceful protesters and kill 4 people, okay, who were just peacefully protesting, okay? Nixon also begins to investigate people who are opposing the war, okay? So that leads to what becomes known as the Watergate break-in and the Watergate scandal, where Nixon has some of his agents kind of dig up dirt on people in the Democratic Party, try to get information on the Democratic conventions, things like this, and they're eventually arrested. There's a huge trial, and eventually Nixon ends up resigning before he's impeached and removed from office. Okay, so he ends up kind of falling because of this too. Okay. Another element that kind of comes out of this, and it's linked to the anti-war movement, is just that the United States is not winning the war. Okay, if all of this is going on and the United States is winning the war, it may have ended up different. We won't know. But as a result of that, the idea, at least coming from the military, was that the military had the means to win this war. Okay, now what does that mean? Invading North Vietnam, dropping nuclear weapons, potentially going into a full-scale war with either China or the Soviet Union. Okay, but the military was saying that politicians wouldn't allow them to do this. Okay, so you have that sense also that there's this tension between the military and political groups. Okay, in any sense, by about 1972, it appeared that this war was not going to be won militarily. Okay, so the Nixon administration begins negotiating, and eventually by 1973, all American troops are pulled out of Vietnam. And there's supposed to be elections that are going to come, sometime within the near future. Okay, those elections never take place, and eventually war breaks out. This time it's North Vietnam against South Vietnam, but without American troops there to kind of, run the show on the ground. And in this case, the North Vietnamese military is successful, and they take, they take control of the entire country and reunify the country under a communist rule in 1975. Okay? And then the war comes to an end at that point. Any questions on any of that? That was a lot, especially if this information is